Depending on when you're watching this, servers may still be down. Hey, maybe you're watching this a day later and servers are still down, because who knows what's going to happen with servers going down today. Could be an extended maintenance fee. But player housing is going live today. It's going to be a big deal, guys. Player housing is going to probably change the game forever. I mean, Blizzard's literally making a way where you can make a new character and not even level them up, just jump straight into player housing. They know there's going to be player housing Andys out there that this is all they're going to do. So with player housing going live for those people who pre-ordered the expansion, which is a lot of people for sure, any version of the pre-order will get you into player housing. Let's do a complete overview here with Mr. GM on how to dive into player housing.
Hello there and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about player housing. Yes, player housing is finally coming to World of Warcraft extremely soon, and in this video we're going to talk about everything that you need to know about player housing in World of Warcraft. After 20 years, it's
crazy
finally
that we're
happening.
I first of all, I really can't believe this is happening.
It's a thing. It's a thing. You know,
it is a thing.
All these things are things, and things are things, and things will think themselves.
It is a thing. That was a well-timed thing that you just played there, because it's crazy to me, because this was asked for so long. And remember when we got the preview with the guy walking into the house and putting down the mug? I mean, I was shocked. Blizzard really always said they were not going to be able to do this, and then they did it. And they went all in when they did it. So we're going to see probably something that changes the game forever today. One thing I will say, if you haven't listened to the player housing music yet, oh my God, I might just sit in the house and listen to the music all day. It is so good. It is so damn good, and Blizzard always puts out good music. So I'll let the video keep playing here, but just wanted to say, the music, amazing. Player housing, can't believe we're getting
But
it.
before we jump into everything that you need to know, guys, I do want to give a massive thank you to all of our channel members and everyone over on the Patreon. Just started posting over there fairly regularly with channel updates and things of that nature. And if you want to support the channel in that way, I'll leave a link down below. Right, so yes, player housing is finally coming to World of Warcraft. This was announced back in November 2024 with a small teaser showing off that it's coming in midnight. And it turns out it is actually coming in patch 11.27 of the War Within, with early access. So let's talk about that. So the release date for player housing for people who have pre-ordered midnight, so this is from the base edition upwards, will have access to player housing on December 2nd in the NA region and December 3rd on the EU. This coincides with the launch of patch 11.27, which also has a ton of other features, but of course housing is kind of a big part of that. Now if you don't have midnight pre-ordered, don't worry, you will be able to go into the neighborhood areas and other people's houses. You just won't be able to purchase a house until you've upgraded to the midnight expansion.
Oh, so you can actually go explore this shit without pre-ordering the expansion. You just can't do anything in there. And I will say the neighborhoods that we talked about, the neighborhoods that will be available, guild neighborhoods and your regular random neighborhoods, but the community ones, the ones that 10 people can get together privately form, that's not available starting today. Blizzard didn't say when that'll be available, but yeah, guilds and randos can do it today.
And that's a great segue to go into our first section, which is buying a house. So per account, everybody can own 2 houses. One in the Alliance neighborhood, which is called Founders Point, which is a Elwyn Forest inspired zone with elements of Duskwood and Westfall, and just kind of a 2025 remaster of Elwyn, and it looks fantastic.
Awesome.
The other neighborhood zone is the Horde zone, and that is Razorwind Shores. This is a kind of Durotar inspired zone with elements of Ashara.
If I'm being honest, I feel like the Horde neighborhood should have been in Mulgore. I just think Mulgore is one of the prettiest original Horde zones in the game. But maybe that's just me. I don't care much for the orc aesthetic. It's fine, but I think Mulgore was a better spot to be. Besides the point, I do want to say some people are confused about this. It's not one house per Horde character, one per Alliance character. It's one per Horde neighborhood and one per Alliance neighborhood. So you can have a Horde character. David Boy, thank you for the sub on YouTube. You can have a Horde character count as your Alliance plot if your Horde character is in a guild that chose the Alliance zone as their zone. So that would count as your Alliance house, and then the next house you form, maybe it's on your Alliance character that's in a Horde guild, and or a guild that decides to go Horde in terms of the aesthetic. So it's 2 homes per account, 1 per neighborhood, not per faction. That's how it's going to work.
Now, it's worth noting here that Alliance and Horde can both go to these areas without being attacked or
not pre-watched, just saying.
Being hostile or anything like that. These are just open to everyone, but yeah, they are kind of like aesthetic.
Yeah, but you can't build a Horde house in an Alliance neighborhood. You can't build an Alliance house in a Horde neighborhood. It's just 1 per each.
Based off of Alliance and Horde. Now, in each of these neighborhoods, there's around 50 plots to choose from, and you can just choose where you want to live from a UI. You can click each plot and kind of inspect it if you really want to, and once you've chosen where you want to live, you can purchase a house in the area, and that's going to cost you 1,000 gold. Now, if you ever want to move house, so you're not happy with your plot or where you live, you can just move for free to anywhere you like, using the UI once again, and that does move
Joel, thank you for the Prime sub, man. 10 months.
with all of your decor and designs that you've done on your previous plot, which is nice. So let's talk a little bit more about these neighborhood areas. So if you want to port to these neighborhoods, you could just use the portals in the Stormwind and Orgrimmar portal rooms, or you can use a new button on the housing UI, which is teleport to plot. This will take you straight to your housing plot on the selected house that you have open. You can...
Yeah, that's nice. One thing that's awkward, though, is people who say you're an orc and you live in an alliance neighborhood, you can't use the portal. I don't think you can. I mean, maybe the Horde portal will take you to the... I don't think so. I don't think it'll take you to the Alliance neighborhood. So you're just like, portal room for your Horde character that lives in an Alliance neighborhood is completely useless. You'll just have to go via this Hearthstone. It's the only way. You could use the button. Yeah, that's the only way you'll be able to get there.
Switch the view of a house at any time by using the drop down. And you can also use that teleport to plot button to teleport back to where you were before you teleported, which is really cool. You can fly in both of the neighborhoods as well. So yeah, you can just use your sky riding and fly around and have a look at everybody's houses and things like that while you're there, which is really nice. And as mentioned, this is available to everybody. You don't need to have midnight to have a look around these areas. So there are two types of neighborhoods you can live in. You can live in a public neighborhood or a private neighborhood. So let's start by talking about public neighborhoods. So these are created by the game for anyone to choose a plot and purchase a house inside. As more and more people place their house inside them, more are created by the server. These neighborhoods are named by a semi-procedural generated name, so you don't get to choose the name of your neighborhood. And if you're really dedicated to a specific plot in a specific neighborhood, you can actually just scroll through the different neighborhoods until you find one that has that plot available for you to live in, and you can move your house there if you like.
That's nice. This hasn't gone live yet, so I wonder how the guild neighborhood works. Like, does the guild master get to pick where he lives first? I don't know. Probably not. I guess you just go in and first come, first serve. You buy your shit. But if all the shit's bought when you get in a neighborhood, in a guild neighborhood, how would that work? I'm assuming they just have a crazy amount of plots that this could eventually expand out to, because guild neighborhoods could be pretty damn big. I mean, you could have a big ass guild. We'll see.
The other type of neighborhood is a private neighborhood.
Your guild has a sign-up sheet already?
Or a charter neighborhood. So for guild neighborhoods, these are set out by the guild leader, and you can have as many people as you need inside these neighborhoods, as it will have attached instances. So if you go over 50, it'll spring up another instance of that same neighborhood with another 50 plots. So basically, you'll never run out of plots with...
So it's impossible to run out. If you have a certain amount of guildies that goes over the amount of plots allotted, it just makes another version of it, and you can make more people.
A guild neighborhood, which is really nice. You just have different versions of the same neighborhood with the same plots and things like that. There doesn't seem to be a ton of guild management in regards to neighborhood stuff. I believe if you get kicked from the guild, you also do get kicked from the neighborhood, which obviously makes sense.
I'll talk more about the guild drama later, but somebody said I should have called the guild pre-watched. Yeah. That's the rep I have now.
And the neighborhood area is actually based off of the guild leader's faction. So if you have an alliance guild leader, the area that your neighborhood will be based in will be Founder's Point. And the same for the Horde. I don't think you can swap guild leaders to change the area or anything like that. I believe this is sort of a kind of hard-coded thing in the game. And it goes without saying that these guild neighborhoods will be private to just the guild. As far as I'm aware, people from outside the guild won't be able to visit your guild neighborhood. However, if you are in a guild neighborhood and you have alts that aren't in that guild, you will be able to go to your house and visit the neighborhood and things like that. Just one of your characters needs to be in the guild. The other type of private neighborhood is a charter neighborhood. So these can be set up by anyone and will need people to live in them to keep them active due to technical concerns. So they don't want people making charter neighborhoods for like just themselves, basically. Now, you can name this whatever you like, obviously within TOS. So yeah, don't go too crazy with that. And you will need 10 people.
Who kicked off that hype train? Thank you, whoever did that. By the way, this is not going to be live today. And Blizzard said in their blue post that they want server stability. So I guess this is some kind of new tech to create these charter neighborhoods that they're not ready to implement yet. We'll see how stable the servers are even without this today. But yeah, this is not going to be available today to test.
To sign a charter to start it. Now, these are limited to 50 people. It's not going to spring up different instances. These charter neighborhoods will be limited to 50. Now, to set up a charter neighborhood, it's super easy. You could just talk to the steward NPC in the neighborhood, and then you just get people to sign it, and then they come and live in your neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like a guild neighborhood. The reason why I didn't do a charter neighborhood, and some people were like, Sam, why are you creating a guild to make a neighborhood? Just do a charter. But yeah, it's limited to 50 people. That's why I didn't do it. We already have freaking way more than 50 people in here watching right now, and people are going to want to get in the neighborhood, and I didn't want to deal with the fucking drama of kicking old people out who no longer show up or whatever. So I just said I'll make a guild neighborhood, and anyone who wants to be in it can be in it. Now, do we have a guild right now? No, because somebody fucked it all up yesterday, 24 hours after I made the damn thing. So I'm going to make it again, and yeah, I will tell you guys the name of it when we make it, but shit happens. I'll explain the story later.
I think of it like a community neighborhood of things. So if you have like a streamer who wants to set up a charter neighborhood, they can do that with their community, which is really cool, without having to set up a whole guild and things like that. So yeah, neighborhoods, pretty exciting. There is also endeavors happening in neighborhoods. I'll have a completely separate video on that. That is currently in testing on beta and will not be in the early access of housing. So keep an eye out for a full video going over the endeavors system, which is kind of another layer to neighborhoods, but you're not going to see that in early access. Let's move on to your house. So once you've purchased your house, there are a bunch of things you can do with this house. The first one is house settings. So you can actually change the owner of your house. Basically what I mean by that is what public name will be shown when people kind of mouse over your house on the map and things like that. So if you have like a specific character that you're known by, you can make that character the owner of the house. However,
so you got 300 alts. You can pick which one shows up as the main homeowner. That's pretty cool.
That doesn't really change anything apart from really just the name of it.
Although I wonder if you're in a guild neighborhood, does only the guild member, because he said your alts can go to your guild neighbor, your guild neighborhood, even if they're not in the guild. But your main will be the one that owns the home. I'm guessing only the main will be able to show the name then.
The thing you can do with your house is set permissions on who can access the outside and the inside of your house. You could limit this to just neighbors, to guildies, to friends, to party members, or just open it up to everybody. If it is limited, a player will be ported away from your plot, so they can't just come and intrude your space if you have made it a little bit more private. Now, to progress your house, there is actually a leveling system. So each of your houses will have its own progression bar, which is account wide. As of beta, there are 6 levels to this, but you would imagine this is going to go up over time. There's going to be probably endless levels by the end of this as they update player housing. Once you reach the end of a level, you can speak to the house upgrade NPC in your neighborhood to move up to the next level. Now, to gain XP on your house, you could do this by collecting Decor for the first time. You'll get like a collection bonus, or you can level it through doing endeavors, which will come later on. Now, for each level unlock, it's kind of...
Yeah, endeavors look cool, but I think somebody said endeavors might not go live today. That might be a midnight only thing. I guess we'll see. But yeah, endeavors are this questing thing that you're going to do. Entire neighborhood gets it done together. If you don't participate in it, you'll still get the unlocks, but you won't be able to buy them because you need these tickets to buy the shit that endeavors give, and you get the tickets by participating in the endeavor itself.
Like a renown bar of sorts. You'll see increases to interior budget. This is the amount of things you can place inside your house, so that's going to go up as you level your house. You're also going to increase the amount of rooms you can place, and you can also unlock various room types of different sizes, shapes, and even custom rooms like skybox rooms, which have been added recently, which do look fantastic. So that's all kind of the house settings and leveling and things like that. Let's talk about actually building it. Let's talk about customizing your house, starting with the exterior. So customizing the exterior design of your house will use a similar design to the barbershop. Now, don't be fooled, there is a lot of customization here. So things you can customize are things like the house type. These have different designs for Alliance and Horde neighborhoods. For the Alliance neighborhood, you have the choice of having a human house, and for the Horde, you'll have the choice of having a orc house.
Just one choice.
Now, Night Elf and Blood Elf designs are coming. They will be coming on the actual launch of Midnight. This was confirmed on Twitter. You can also adjust the house size and the base style. This is kind of the design of the exterior walls. You can also change up the roof style of your house and the roof color. And there are also several different fixture points that you can put certain things on. So on like...
I wonder if there's going to be like really strict neighborhoods that only allow like a certain color roof or something. There's going to be neighborhood drama. I don't doubt it. There's going to be so much neighborhood drama going on, crazy stories. I can't wait to see them. Like somebody who just makes their front lawn look like complete shit and the entire neighborhood gets mad at him for making it look that way. Or the one guy with the red roof, and they said this is going to be a blue roof neighborhood. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's going to be shit. Oh no, an orc just moved in. Fuck this neighborhood. Neighborhood gone to shit.
The lower walls, you can place
HOA
different
neighborhoods are gonna
windows
suck,
or
yeah.
move the entryway and choose different colors and designs of that entryway. And on the roof, you can add dormers, towers, chimneys, and all sorts of attachments to really make your house unique.
I love the smoke
and you would
coming out of the
imagine over
chimney.
time we're going to get more and more options to this as they develop player housing. So I mentioned the word decor. Let's talk about decor. So collecting decor is going to be a big part of patch 11.27 and beyond. So even if you do not have Midnight pre-ordered, you can start collecting decor items for your
Right.
player house. Now, decor comes from literally everywhere. It comes from vendors, quests, achievements, dungeons and raids, reputation. You can also craft decor. And there's also a new ability coming with player housing to collect a new resource called lumber from trees around the world. So yeah, you're literally going to be able to harvest trees from around the world. Each expansion has a
I don't know why I'm excited to chop down trees. I just am. I've told you guys this story at least 1,000 times at this point, but that was all I used to do in New World. I used to just chop down trees. It was like such a fun thing to do. And New World's tree animations were great. This isn't going to be as good as that, but I could tree chop in WoW now. It's cool.
different type of lumber, and basically you can just fly around and collect it from different trees in
Because you're a
different
beaver.
zones.
I
And this
just walked
resource
into
is
that.
used to create decor through crafting. It's not something you can buy and sell on the auction house. It is going to be a warbound item, which you have to go out and collect. This is not a profession. It's simply just a new ability. And there's also an in-game catalog.
Is lumber going to be available this reset? I believe so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to start chopping down trees starting today when servers go live.
That shows off all the decor available, and you can even track some of it, so
Could
it'll
be
tell you
wrong,
exactly
but I
where to
think so.
purchase it or where to get it from a drop and things like that. So very, very good. You can also inspect decor on vendors as well, which is great. So if you do want to see what something looks like before you purchase it, that's a great way to do it. Now, a lot of the vendor and reputation stuff is going to use older currency, so basically we're going to be out in the world collecting a lot of decor and farming a lot of like order hall resources and things like that. So once you've got all your decor, let's talk about placing it. So moving into your plot will bring up a brand new UI. Pressing the edit house button at the top will change your entire UI into the house edit mode. This
They did
switches
such a
up
good
all your
job with
bars and
this.
UI ready to place decor. Now, decor items are stored in the house chest. This is opened on the left-hand side of your screen. You can search this list, you can filter this list, and there's also a number on the decor letting you know how many of a certain decor you
yeah,
have.
that's right.
Yeah,
There's
so
limits.
basically when you collect a piece of decor, you have one of that decor. Basically, if you wanted a table and 4 chairs,
This is cool, like the fact that we're just going to be looting this shit from bosses now, too. It's just another fun thing to loot. I mean, who doesn't love loot?
decor. Basically, if you wanted a table and 4 chairs, you would have to purchase 1 table and 4 chairs from a vendor. And once you
Farm
place
for
those
boss,
4
yeah.
chairs, that uses up those 4 chairs. If you want more chairs, you'll have to go out and collect more. But it does put it back in the house chest if you do remove it. So if there's something from a dungeon you want to use multiple times, you're going to have to run that dungeon multiple times to get multiple pieces of decor.
Holy.
This is not my favorite part of it, honestly. I'm not a huge fan.
It's badass. And the fact that he put this up in an Alliance neighborhood, again, is going to go to the fact that there's going to be angry people. There's going to be people who are like, fucking tits too hot over there keeps ruining the damn neighbor. He's putting up all this horde shit on his front lawn, and we live in Elwyn Forest. Why is he doing that? There's going to be so much drama. I'm looking forward to it.
Fan of that, but apparently that's how other games work, and people are pretty happy about that. So yeah, basically, if you
Giant
want more
fucking
decor,
horde
you have to
throne.
go and collect it or purchase it to be able to put more around your house. So I alluded to it earlier, but house budgets. So the inside and the outside actually have different house budgets, and these are
Oh.
just basically the amount of things you can place. The outside is always going to be set to 200, and this is just due to technical limitations. You know, if it was a ridiculous amount of things, the zone would probably lag
Holy
because
crap,
it is just an
fucking
open
put the
zone. You
house
can
anywhere?
see kind of people's outsides of their house. Now, the inside of the house can go up to over 2,000, but will likely
God.
go higher, and this is increased by just leveling your house, as I mentioned earlier. Now, each decor item has a different house budget amount, with most of them being 1, but some of them going up to 5, depending on the size of it, which makes sense. So placing decor in your house does feel amazing. So basically, you select the decor from the house chest, and you can place it wherever you want. You can use the key bindings to change how you place it. You can make it so it snaps to the grid so it won't clip with anything and kind of place perfectly, or you can enable clipping and make it clip through walls or through the floor or
Gotta enable clipping. I've seen people enable clipping and make some really crazy shit. Like put pillars in a wall and make it into a staircase. Like use items in ways that were never meant to be used. So you enable clipping. while it does look janky as shit, you could really clip shit together and make some really cool stuff.
Or anything like that. And you can have a lot of creativity with that, and you can just switch that up whenever you like. Now, once it's placed, you can enter advanced mode. This mode is really how you're going to position some of these decor items to fit perfectly how you like. You can move them up and down and side to side using the UI, or you could rotate it however you like on various axes. And you can also resize it. You can make something massive, you can make something small if you really like to. I moved my front door to be really, really small, like a mouse door, and put it on my desk. You can do that if you really want to, and that makes it usable as well. You could also go deeper into customization on some decor with dyes. So you can enter...
I'm gonna make my bed look all messed up like this, and when people walk into my house, you'll be like, oh shit, what happened to your bed? I'll be like, a Tyrande was over earlier. Yep, I'm not gonna say much more. That's why the bed looks the way it does, just saying.
The customization mode by pressing 3 by default. Now, clicking an eligible decor item will bring up a list of dye slots that you can change. Now, you will need to acquire dye items to be able to use them, and they're consumed on use. Now, there are a couple of different ways to acquire dyes. The easiest for most people is just to purchase them on the auction house. However, dyes are actually crafted by inscription or alchemy, and these can be created by crafting pigment items using a choice.
Inscription and alchemy is about to be so OP. They're just gonna be able to freaking throw dyes all over the auction house constantly now.
Choice of loads of different herbs, and these don't actually require any skill level. And these are crafted in the neighborhood area at a crafting table. So if you have an alt with inscription or alchemy at any level, you'll be able to craft dyes for yourself or sell them on the auction house. Dyes can also be used from the war bank, so you could fill your entire war bank with dyes and just use them on any of your characters when changing the color of some of your decor items. So let's finish up by talking about rooms in your player house. So you can expand the size of your house interior with adding rooms. There are loads of room sizes and shapes that you can attach to each room through the UI. These rooms can freely be moved at any time, and if they have decor placed in them, it'll actually retain the decor placement, which is fantastic. As I said, there are different unique rooms like skybox rooms, which can be unlocked through leveling up your house, and also, as I mentioned earlier, the amount of rooms that can be placed can also be expanded by leveling your house. You can also add different levels to your house using stairs and things like that. There's just a lot of freedom in the room system. And you can also change up the style of these rooms as well. With the customization mode, you can change the floor with the floor material with several different options like Belemeth hardwood, flagstone, rugged wood. You can even have like a Silvermoon style. You can also customize the wall design with tons of different colors and designs that you can do. And of course, the ceiling in your player house as well. So yeah, and you can make that design kind of go across the entire room as well with a handy little buttons. You know, if you just wanted to be like a Silvermoon design, you can apply that and that will apply it to the entire room. So yeah, tons of different customization there with your rooms. Yeah, that is player housing in World of Warcraft.
Hours and hours of gameplay. Just so much time could be sunk into this if you really want to get into player housing. It's crazy. I wonder if the online time, like I'm sure Blizzard tracks like how long people are online, like on average on their account. This, I'm sure as soon as player housing hits, the average online time is going to shoot up exponentially.
Another death knight.
Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you so much, Kairos. I appreciate that so much. Cairo Cass. I appreciate it, man. 15 months, my God.
Now, full disclosure here, I've never really played with any player housing in an MMO before,
yeah, it does.
or really any other game apart from like maybe The Sims. So yeah, this is all new to me. I'm not hugely excited about creating my own house, but I am very excited to see what other people create. Some of the houses that have been like posted online and things like that are absolutely insane. There's already guides to like making waterfalls and lakes and things using different decor items in very interesting ways.
Damn, look at that
from what I've heard, the player housing system in World of Warcraft is extremely solid. And you got to remember, this is the first iteration. We are going to get tons of updates. This is an evergreen feature to the game that is just going to change over time and just hopefully just get better and better. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the neighborhood system with Endeavors. As mentioned, video coming out for that as soon as it's kind of ready for being shown off on the beta, as we kind of have a bare bones version of it right now. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments section below if you're excited for player housing. What are you going to be building? Where are you going to be building? Where are you going to be living? Let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter, MrGMYT. And I have a partner Discord channel as well, and I'm also streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM.
There it is.
If you're going to see me stream World of Warcraft, Midnight Beta, any sort of WoW, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.
Crazy. Good video. So many things. Like I said, endless possibilities. People are going to be... What I'm excited to see probably most about housing is just the shit that gets posted online. Like people, what they're going to make, the stuff that's going to happen, and then also, of course, the neighborhood drama, because you know that shit's going to be going down. For sure. Nice video from Mr. GM.